ISUPK.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13. Consider the work of the Most High.
Consider what the Most High has done on the earth, the work that he's done.
For who can make that straight which he has made crooked?
Who can make that straight what he has made crooked?
That's right.
You understand? And the oppressor was made crooked.
Good.
You understand what I'm saying? So all of you people out there who want to love him and try to think that he's going to change, well, we got news for you. It ain't going to happen.
That's right.
It ain't going to happen at all.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me have Genesis. We're going to go from his birth to his destruction in this Bible, Baba Kasha, Lord Allah. Let me have the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. Let me know when you got that, because this is the birth of the person or the people that we call the oppressor here in the earth. You understand? He is well chronicled, you understand, in this Bible. Well written about. Read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Most High said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So this is the story of Rebecca. She had twins in her womb. You understand? And the twins were fighting in the womb. You understand? Read.
And 2 manner of people.
2 nations, 2 different manner of people. 2 different types of people. Totally. Read on.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
Shall be separated from thy bowels. That's important. The separation is important because once they were born, they became different nations. Okay, read on.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Now, one of these people is going to be stronger than the other. These are 2 nations now, 2 manner of people. One nation is going to be stronger than the other. I guess you can guess who that is. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder, or the one that comes out first, is going to eventually serve the younger. Understand what I'm saying to you. Read on.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
When it was time for her to have that child, for that child to be born, for those children to be born. Read on.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
There was 2 of them, twins in her womb. 2 different nations, twins. Read.
Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
Read that first part again.
And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
He came out red like a hairy garment. Now, I'm going to tell you this. He's the only baby in the entire Bible. The entire Bible that his physical description is in the Bible.
Good.
He's the only baby, not even Christ himself was described physically when he was born. Right. So this means that this is very significant. This person has to be very significant so that his birth description, physical, is described and written down in the word of the Most High Power. You understand? So it's something important about this guy. You understand? Read on.
And they called his name Esau.
Remember that name. His name is Esau. He was born red and hairy all over like a hairy garment. And they called him Esau. You understand? Read on.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out.
Then his brother came out. Now remember, the elder shall serve the younger. So Esau came out first. So at some point, Esau is going to serve his brother, whose name was Jacob, at that time. You understand? Drop that. Give me verse 27. Now let me give you a little bit of information on the nature of Esau, which became a nation, who are called in the Bible the Edomites. And I'm going to prove that to you too. Read on.
Okay. Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Esau was a cunning hunter. You know what that means, right? That means he loves to go outside and kill animals to eat.
Right.
He loves to hunt, and he loved blood, and he loved to smell the animals. You understand what I'm saying? And so he goes out into the woods or wherever, and he hunts them down. That was his thing. That's what he's known for. That's his very nature. Read on.
A man of the field.
A man of the field, meaning that he loves the outside. He loves the outdoorsman. He's an outdoorsman. He loves to hunt. He go hide in a tree for 3 days until the deer come by.
Good.
He put the scent of the female deer on his clothing to draw the buck nearby. You understand? Sometimes the buck crack him upside the head.
Good.
I've seen it. You understand? This is him. You understand who we're talking about? Esau, the father of the Edomites. Any more on that? Read.
And Jacob was a plain man.
Now, Jacob was a plain man. He was a regular dude. He wasn't hairy, red and hairy all over like Esau. He looked different. You understand? He looked like everybody else. That's why they didn't describe him, because he looked like everybody else. He had color. You understand? Any more on that? Read on.
Dwelling in tents.
Dwelling in tents, meaning that he was civilized and he lived in an orderly fashion. You understand? He lived in the cities or towns or in tents with groups of people in a civilized manner. That's what that means. All right, let me have the book of Genesis chapter 36 and 1. Because we're going from the birth of Esau to his maturation to the time of his rulership, which is now and which is coming to an end pretty soon. Pretty soon, it's coming. Read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau.
These are the generations of Esau. What does that mean? That means that this is when he began to grow and multiply into a nation. You understand? And the generations are the rebirth of him and the growth of him. That's what it's talking about. Okay, read on.
Who is Edom?
Who is Edom? Meaning that his name was Esau, now his name is Edom, which means red. And so the name of the nation is not the Esomites, it's the Edomites. That's the name of his nation. Read on.
Verse 2. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan.
Drop that. Let me have Genesis 36 and 8. Give me verse 8 right there. You understand? Because this man, you understand, he is prominent in this Bible for what he's done and what his influence on the earth is. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we're going to bring out today. You understand what I'm saying? Because today we call him the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? And rightfully so. So like it. Most High in Christ. Okay, you got that? Read.
Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
He came, he dwelt in the mountains. He's from the mountains. They call him today, one of the names they call him today is the Caucasian. You understand what I'm saying? Which means cave dweller. He came from the mountains, man. That's where he dwelt. He always dwelt in the mountains. He loves living up high. That's why he builds skyscrapers. You understand? And charged $90 million for an apartment 100 stories above Central Park. You understand what I'm saying? This is him. You understand? He's the oppressor today. You understand? And he's the reason why you're in the condition that you're in today. The brother brought it out to me this morning about what happened in Mississippi, where the Edomite ran over the sister and murdered her in his car. And you know what he said? This was the thing that stuck with me. He said he thought it was a speed bump. How you hit a person and think you hit a speed bump, man? What he was doing was belittling or devaluing her life, man.
That's right.
to make him seem like he wasn't committing a crime. He devalued that woman's life, and she was murdered by him.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? This is Esau. This is the Edomite of the earth. You understand? You call him the oppressor, the Caucasian. Read on.
Esau is Edom.
Esau is Edom, meaning that he is the father of the nation. This is the beginning of the so-called oppressor in the earth. You understand what I'm saying? This is where it all started with him. You understand? And I brought out these scriptures to show you the nature of him. You understand? He has a certain nature, a way of being, a way of looking at things. He looks at the world as a hunter, as a killer.
Right.
That's the way he looks at the world. And all the nations of the earth, particularly the Israelites, are his prey.
That's right.
And he goes around the earth murdering people and taking whatever you got. I'm going to prove that is right here in the Bible as well. You understand? Is that it on that? Okay, so let me have Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5 and 6. Now, we're going to get into the reason why we talk about this oppressor the way we do. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing it is that we love what the Most High love, and we hate whatever the Most High hates.
That's right.
It's just that simple. It's not complicated. You understand what I'm saying? And the Most High, he loves you for a reason, Israel, and he hates other nations for a reason. We just read that at the Sabbath service this morning. Read.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
For thou hast had a perpetual hatred. What does perpetual mean? Perpetual means never ending, everlasting. For thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Read on.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And has shed it because he hates us forever. He smiles in your face. He marries you. He does everything and makes you think that he loves you. And he doesn't. In his heart is a perpetual hatred of you. You understand? That's why he loves to kill you. And he devalues, he throws your grandmother on the ground after a traffic stop. You understand what I'm saying? He kills your children. You understand? Your own people. He kills them and he counts himself as being not guilty. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, which is weaponry. The sword in this terminology means weaponry. He's the greatest at making weapons. I'm going to show you that too. You understand? Let's have Genesis. Is that it on that? Read on.
In the time of their calamity.
In the time of their calamity. We're in our calamity right now. Meaning that he loves to kill us even though we're suffering on this earth. Even though we're going through this oppression. You understand? And this murderous society that we live under that kills us, you understand, at will. Whenever they want to kill a black, Hispanic, or Native Indians, they do it.
We want no cowards in